Okay, a very brief companion piece to this very brief presentation about choosing a quality topic. So what I want to spend time on here are these questions to ponder. You are right now at like the maximum of your potential for this assignment. Let me repeat it again since we're both here. You have to pass the research project in order to pass college composition. It's worth upwards of 30% of your final grade. So I really want you to succeed, and I hope you want to succeed as well. And setting yourself down a worthwhile path in terms of topic selection is one of the better assurances you can make to yourself and to me that you are doing right by this assignment. Okay, so uh, these are all very sort of philosophical, or I don't know, roll your eyes if you want, but kind of Zen in nature. Uh, what do I know? What do you know? Okay, so what do you know about the world? We're sort of an amalgam of our experiences, aren't we? The people in our lives, people that come and go, the decisions we've made, the places we've been, the conversations that we've had at our, dinner tables, on road trips, and church basements, in the dugouts of baseball fields, locker rooms, classrooms, everything. We're sort of there's nobody quite like you. Even I know I have a couple of sets of twins this semester. There's nobody that's you. So what do you know? And so that's that. Every topic, I think, every worthwhile topic for a research project like this starts with you, starts with something that's already sort of in you. It's already inside you somewhere. And it's my job to help sort of extract it and help you formalize it into a topic that makes us both happy, satisfied. All right. So what do you know? What do you want to know more about? And this desire to become more intelligent on a subject, it can be so that you are better at your intended major. It could be so you sound smarter at parties. There are lots of ways to look inward and discover a desire to learn and to build out from there. These things can happen in a silo by yourself in isolation and solitude. A much better option is for you to bring me into your conversational process. If this were a face-to-face class, I would be meeting with all of you, and I do mean all the dozens of you that I'm teaching this semester, in my office here, and you would sit. There's a chair right over there. You would sit there, and I would sit over here, or maybe I would be at my standing desk, and we would have a conversation about what do you want to know more about, and I would be asking these questions. Okay, so this is my way of trying to enforce that in a slightly less personable way. What is unique about you? What makes you you? Okay, I say often and loudly that you should write an essay that only you could write. So what is unique about you? Spend time thinking about that, because if your first answer is, well, nothing, that's not true. There's something unique about you. Let me help you unlock that. All right. What can I and I alone write intelligently about? Intelligently being the key word there. What can you count on to be academically responsible with in terms of ideas, in terms of subjects? Okay, none of those are interesting to you. If none of those questions elicit like a profound response from you, well, instead of maybe looking inward, let's look outward. What's going on in the world today? Now, this means taking a lap on the news sites that you go to, maybe to some extent to social media, although I think that's a bit more of a snake pit, I guess. But what's going on in the world? What interests you about the things that are currently happening? All right. What are people having conversations about? Now, this can be you going to the coffee shop and hearing people talk. This can be, again, you getting online and finding out what people are talking about. What ideas can I add fresh thinking to? You're going to be so sick of me talking about fresh thinking by the time we're done with this topic selection process. I'm not going to talk too much about it now, but I'll save it for another slide. How's that? Okay. What am I passionate about? How do you spend your time? Your passions. We can figure out your passions by looking at two expenditures that you have, your time and your money. You can say whatever you want about your priorities, but how do you spend your time and how do you spend your money? We get to the bottom of those two answers, or get to the bottom of those 2 questions, I suppose, then we find out where your real passion is, where your passions lie. And from there, we can find a subject that you can write the research project on. Okay, what am I curious about? Okay, it's kind of a companion question to what do I want to know, but what are you curious about? What do you want to learn more about or go on a journey with? Okay, and then finally, this is a very up in the air one, but what is my future? What are your goals? Okay, what are your aspirations? Let this research project help you accomplish them in some small measure. I'm here to help with that. Okay, so take your time, really chew on these questions. And if you want to actually go about answering these questions, like writing them out, I would love to see your answers. And I'm sure if you were to provide me with some answers to these questions, I would very easily be able to give you some suggestions for a suitable essay, research project topic. All right, where to look? So I kind of embedded links here, but you have academic sources, popular sources, and your primary source. So click around on these. You got, let's see, your English database, right? Can I click back to that presentation? There we go. Popular sources. I have you a whole list here of popular sources that I consider to be worth your time. So click around on them. See what suits you. See if anything suits you. And at a primary source, I mean, if you want to interview somebody to find a topic, I suppose that could be possible. Okay, and then just to wrap up here, there's that word fresh thinking again. If you pick a topic because you think it will be easy, it will be hard. That is my promise, my guarantee to you. So pick something that only you could write about. Pick something that couldn't have been written about a year ago or a month ago or last semester. Okay, that way the conversation hasn't been settled yet. That's a really key aspect of this assignment. Is I don't want you just retreading what's already been written about, because I don't need you to summarize the topic. I don't need a history lesson of your topic, and I don't need a report. I want you to give to breathe fresh life into the perspective that you find most valid related to your subject. And if we can kill this in the crib, so to speak, if we can just get rid of the idea of, well, I want to inform readers about. You don't want to inform them. You want to persuade them. You want to argue. You want to have them see the world the way you see it through this very narrow subject. And so if I can get you to avoid the trap of thinking that I want a 1,250 word report out of you, it's going to save us both some heartache down the road. All right, so send me your questions, send me your emails. You want to have a conversation like over the phone or through video conferencing? I am here for all that stuff. So please keep me involved in your topic selection process, and good luck.